I learned a lesson in the very early stages of my 20-year personal training career that has gone on to make me tens of thousands of pounds. So if you're a young personal trainer eager to make a decent living from personal training and get more clients and scale your business, make sure you are not judging people too early. I'm going to tell you a story about a man who turned up in scruffy clothes, dirty jumper, ripped trousers and holes in his shoes, and he came to be one of my best clients I've had. When I tell you how he arrived to his personal training session, you can understand that judging people may be holding you back. So my biggest mistake is I was acting like a gym employee. I was looking at people, judging them as soon as I saw them. Do you think they'd be able to pay for my personal training? Do you think they'll be able to afford it? When actually I should be thinking like a CEO of a business and not judging anybody until I know all the facts. It's so important to never judge a potential client by their first impressions. You want to get to know them. You want to talk to them. Don't write them off straight away. CEO of a business looks at everyone as a potential high net worth client, and it's vital that you start doing the same. Have conversations with as many people as possible, regardless of what they look like or how the first impression is of them to you. Now, going back to the scruffy man, I remember when I was working at a very prestigious health club in the gym, this man walked in and, sounds horrendous to say, but he actually looked homeless. He had scraggly hair, he had ripped jumper, very dirty, ripped trousers, and his trainers looked like they come from the 1930s. He looked in absolute state. I wasn't actually quite sure what to do when he came in. So I had a little chat with him, and he seemed to know the place. So he wasn't as if he's just walked in off the streets. He seemed to be a regular here because he had his key card, and he cracked on, very pleasant, cracked on with his workout. I nipped up to reception and said, there's a guy just coming to the gym. I'm not sure if he's supposed to be here. What an arsehole I must have sounded just because I'm in a posh health club. But I did. I made that snap judgment. At that moment, the receptionist said to me, "Oh yeah, that's Ben. Yeah, Ben's one of our long-term members." I said, "Oh, okay, cool." She said, "Looks a bit scruffy, doesn't he?" I said, "Yeah, he does look a bit scruffy." She said, "Yeah. Do you know how he arrived today for his workout?" I said, "No." He said, "In that helicopter." That was when I realised I must never ever judge anybody who I come across, because you never know who's got the deep pockets that might be able to employ your services. So this is a very simple lesson, which we all should know. Never judge someone on their first impressions. Start talking to everybody you can, whether that be in the gym, whether that be on the streets. You're not necessarily selling your services, but you're just getting used to holding conversation. And soon enough, they're going to ask you what you do. And soon enough, you're going to slip in that, yes, you are a premium personal trainer with a premium brand, and you can fix their problems. I ended up working with Ben, who then ended up being one of my very, very best clients, spending an awful lot of money with me every single month for the past 8 years. So if you're an ambitious young personal trainer and you're stuck in the mindset of a trainer, just remember my helicopter. Start thinking like a CEO, start conversations with everybody, and start putting systems in place to make sure that you are starting to attract the right clientele, because you never know when your next best client is going to walk into your life. Now, if you missed my last video, I'm going to put a link in it at the end of this video of how I can guarantee you start making 6 figures in your personal training business. But until then, if you can like and subscribe to my channel, I can reach as many personal trainers as possible.